Oh. Well, Mac, this'll knock your socks right off. That was an April Fool's Day intro. Maybe you weren't expecting one. Sure, go for it. Welcome in, everybody. Mac, Willow, Liari, Mr. Mike. Microsoft has purchased Steam. Whoa. I'm gonna guess that was posted today. Just looking at the little FFZ pop up. Dun dun dun. Welcome in, Abram. You know what's not a joke? Actually, there's a couple things that are legitimately things. One, we're dipping into chapter 4. I mean, Gabe seems... I mean, not that he... I don't know. I don't know what he has to do with the day-to-day. I don't think he really does much with Valve so much as just does things with yachts now. He's very into yachts because he's just created a money machine. But he does seem particularly pro-Linux. All right, let's see here. And scuba diving, yeah. All right. So, hello everyone. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Will the test drive version of the first 3 chapters to play test? I'm getting there. I'm getting there. What's up? What's up? Hey. Oh, you weren't laughing at me. Okay.
Oh, should I have been laughing at
No.
you?
That's what I was like, what's going on? Do I have something on my face?
No, you look fine.
Okay, thank you. You look great too. Okay. Asking for a friend. Yes. Okay, chapter 3 is not done. There's a lot missing. You can get about halfway through chapter 3, but you can't get into chapter 3 yet, which is a problem. Right now, the current version of the game I have, you can go all the way from starting a new game. You can complete the prologue. You can start chapter 1. You can complete chapter 1. You can start chapter 2. You can complete chapter 2. I think. I haven't actually tested that all the way through. And then... I don't think I've even got... There's not even a post-chapter 2 scene yet. You know how after chapter 1 there's a little interstitial bit where it just gives you some plot. I still need to make one of those for after chapter 2 and before chapter 3. But it does at least let you keep playing the game, but there's nowhere to go after that. There's no way to get into the Chapter 3 areas unless you use the debug menu to warp to them, which is... I mean, we could do that as a test. So even if you do that and you warp into Chapter 3, well, your next problem is you can only get about halfway through before it's broken. You cannot make it all the way to the Slim fight. Slim is inaccessible. I need to fix the gear track stuff. Jumping from one track to another is still broken, and I don't know why. What else? I'm tempted to, like, just really seriously rework the gear track stuff, because it is not great. We'll see. Part of the problem is just it's an awkward collision thing. I wonder if you can make a collision shape off of a path in the same way that you can do a CSG that follows a path. Like if you had a path 3D. It was like this, let's say. There we go. So let's say we had a path. Could you construct... Can you construct a path from that in the same way? Because I know you can make a CSG polygon that follows a path like that. So I can make a polygon, and I can shape this. I can shape this polygon into weird, awkward shapes. There you go. So I can make like this awkward little hexagon, and it follows the path, and I can make it smoother. You know, little bitty bits. Whoa, but extended April Fool's Day prank. Ha ha ha. Hello, Al. But can you convert a polygon to a... Oh, you know what? I think you actually can in 4.7. There's no way. There's no way. Or rather 4.6 is what we're on. All right. This is a weird one to pull up, but it's like the most recent 3D project I've got in 4.6. Okay. Can you do this? Can you do Path 3D? It crashed. Impressive. Literally all I did was try to add a point to a Path 3D. Doesn't bode well. Didn't even get to the part that I was interested in. Okay, there we go. Position 3. There you go. It's a nice little curvy shape. Add a CSG polygon to that. New crash. You can crash it. There we go. Make a little polygon shape. Turn it to path mode. Following this. Wow, what a cool, interesting shape you can make. Wowie. Now, can you take that polygon? Ah, look at that. Bake collision shape. Oh, it's an... Hang on. What is... Hang on. What if I had a node called test? Okay. The first line is just the name of it. So this is just a collision shape 3D. And it is a concave polygon shape. But how do you get the points for that? Not everything. Most 3D models are actually... Most dedicated 3D models are just in Blender. It's the weird... It's little one-offs that are like... Not a big deal. They're very small, low detail. I'll just slap together some cubes and polygons and call it a day. It's like, this is good enough for a lot of the stuff that we do. Okay. Dang it. This is possible, but only in the upper versions of Godot. That would be really nice if I could dynamically convert the polygon or the mesh here. There's no other way to do that. The problem is, I have a path, right? I have a path here, and I would really like to turn it into a collision shape. So, I guess it doesn't have to be an actual collision shape. One thing we could do is dynamically, along the line of this, I could generate dynamically some path follows that are set to progress like every half meter. And then in each of those, generate a collision shape of a sphere, because spheres are super easy to calculate. Set that equal to, I don't know, 1 meter. And then duplicate that and set it at the next half meter spot. Basically make a little snake of collision shapes. That can't be a good way to do this, can it? The alternative is not working for me, and I'm not sure why. Now, the advantage here is that it seems pretty easy and straightforward to generate. Disadvantage is that so what I would do is I would take these collision shapes after they're generated and plop them into a static body. Now the problem is that if the path moves, the collision shapes do not follow, and that makes sense because they're not really part of that. Well, okay, the static body could be a child of the path. Well, not static body, it's going to be like an area 3D. And now it will follow. That might be a valid way to do that. I don't love it, but it would work. You gotta admit. Right now, I'm just having a big issue with the collisions just not properly working with these jumping between tracks. Okay. Anyway, that's the current blocker on Chapter 3. That's as far as you can get in Chapter 3 before you just get hard locked. You can't make it much farther than that, even if you could get past that. I still need to make a whole cinematic for the Slim fight to get you into it. Yeah, Lake Hopper, Photon got really lucky about, I want to say a month or month and a half ago. He got featured on some major content creators' channel, and it just blew up. Like ridiculous big numbers that he won't tell because he's like, well, you know, I don't want to get into the specifics. I'm like, okay, it's understandable. But he got big numbers. Like he shut down his Discord invite, that kind of big numbers. Well, yeah, well, no. I mean, that's still. Had he not gotten that, I don't know that it would have made it that far, you know? It's like it ripples outward. It sort of loops in on itself. Yeah. But that was kind of the origin, is that the whole thing blew up. And so other content creators and now publications pick up on it. Yeah, so he hit the flashpoint, I guess you could call it. All right. we are doing concept stuff for Chapter 4 today. That's the big thing. Chapter 4 concept stuff. Have I mentioned what Chapter 4 is going to be to anybody? Is that public knowledge? I don't think I've mentioned that yet. What is the theme of Chapter 4? That is the big mystery, isn't it? It is not. I don't think I've ever mentioned a carnival. How would you do this? How would you do this? This will be interesting. This will be very interesting to make happen. Oops. Nah, I don't like that. That's okay though. Jungle, Wild West, fire, water, ice. You gotta have the traditional, it's true. And carnival, of course, carnival. There's a segment in Chapter 3 where you're gonna get kind of a sneak peek. Like you'll be able to just barely see some of the distant Chapter 4 stuff going on. Don't love that look because that's gonna bleed through. I mean, this doesn't matter exactly. This is kind of another common RPG trend of a place. I get to 92 opacity. I don't need that. Definitely don't want that. What is this? What does this look like? Splatters. Neat. How about this? Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. We got ourselves a snowy valley up in here. That's right. We're doing the Snowy Valley. All right, all right. That seems like a good backdrop. I think we will go night sky. I think that's cool and neat and interesting. Gotta figure out exactly how we're gonna make this work, don't we? Oh, like a nice splatter of stars, like really, really splatter it on would be nice, wouldn't it? If we can get the layers working. That is the question. Can we get the layers working? Because you want right now. Look at that. The mountains are not super opaque, are they? You'd want something like this going on, and then you'd want to duplicate the mountains a couple times, make them more opaque. Reduce our snow, and the snow needs to just make sure it's moving. Once you got the moving snow, then the starry sky is a little bit easier to deal with. I don't know exactly what that's gonna look like. We'll have a nice, really cool backdrop going. Okay. We want to figure out how to animate an aurora. We want to figure out how to do snow particle effects effectively so that they don't mess with the camera too much. You don't want them like getting right up into the middle of the camera. Also, we're going to need some new characters here. Lots of new characters. Go on, take a guess. Starving. No, no, no. There is a very non-standard plot going on here for a snowy mountain. That's pretty good. No, this is gonna be a really cool plot. Well, I don't know if the plot itself is gonna be cool, but there's gonna be some good moments. Never seen that one before. You know what? It's a classic for a good reason. Penguins are adorable. That's a good looking penguin right there. Let's be honest. All right, penguins can have different hats. That's the easy thing. But I'm thinking something else we can do here is what if we can give these penguins very diverse shapes? ever see the meme about how you can just slap a face on any shape and you can make it into a rat? You just kind of, all you got to do is add the details and you've got a rat. You get it. Anyway, I want to get some. I want to get some weird. Get a carrot shape. Let's get weird with it for a little bit. It's quite a pointy looking penguin. We're gonna need lots of different hats for these guys. See, now we have a tall penguin. See, we have so many options doing it this way. Boom. Penguin with, I don't know, some kind of earmuffs or something. Give him some earmuffs. You know what? They're friends. Perfect. We're gonna make a nice square-ish penguin. All kinds of different penguins are possible if we just use our imagination. Okay. Let's start looking at Godot shaders. There's a wonderful website called Godot Shaders. Ping and pong. See, that's a good naming scheme. All right. We want to find Aurora. Anything. Oh, well, here we go. Got a nice spatial Aurora shader. That's pretty good. How's it look in movement, though? How's it look when it's moving? And also, what's the licensing on this bad boy? We'll figure that out. CC0. Oh, yeah, that's our favorite. Do, 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 do. Well, in a minute now. It's loading. It's got to load. I mean, it's a wonder that we can even demo this in the browser in the first place. How does this work? Magic number. Great. Love it. Noise interpolation. Random wave. Oh. All right. Go. Oh. All right. Noise. Godot. No, noise. All right. Okay. I kind of see. Oh, okay. Oh, but you only get one color. But that might be all right. That's quite nice. Yeah, slap that down. Whoop. Oh, okay, there it is. Offset. Don't think that's gonna matter. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Scale. Okay. Oh, I broke it. Okay, yeah, that looks really cool. That looks really cool. Raymarch. Raymarch Origins. Hookshot. I love Hookshot. Is Hookshot the best? Is Hookshot the best ever of Zelda items? Aurora Borealis. Okay. Yeah, let's try it. That's a pretty good demo. I like the look of it. Oh, I just created a folder called 04. That's scary. We're gonna call this test. Here we go. We need to make a new shader. New folder 2. A good Aurora is huge, you know? Like, that can really elevate a snowy level. And this is a fantastic shader. Oh, good. The comments on the Godot shader do reference steamed hams. Great. Localized entirely in your backdrop. All right, so shader, Aurora, create a new resource. Called Aurora. Paste it in. No errors. I love that. So now, apparently, what we need to do is create a mesh. Let's say a plane. Oh wait, you know what? I can just change the orientation here to face Z. And then for the material, new shader, material. Using this shader. Okay. And now we need to apply the parameters. Gain. Also the shader size, let's make it big, big, big. Okay. Looks pretty small currently. Oh, needs noise. Needs noise. Let's give it a fast noise light. Let's make that. Simplex is probably fine, but well. Yeah, simplex smooth. Make it seamless. Ooh. Good start. Where is the bounds of this mesh, though? Isn't this mesh huge? Yeah, this mesh is huge. And yet this is very tiny. Very bizarre the way that works. That's really cool. Okay, you can alter that. Okay, shader parameters. Let's look at these. Scale. Big. No? Why is it small no matter what? That's weird, right? Oh. Speed is probably fine. Smoothness is probably fine. Distort's fine. What I want to know is why is it small? Like, how do I get this thing big? If I just scale up the mesh, oh, that does actually work. That's weird. Why is it so small? Why is it such a small little window? Okay. If you want the colors changed, bingo. This guy, Dryth's commenter on this Godot shader, plopping in the immediate code we need that I was going to have to add myself, and I no longer have to. Okay, make it big. Okay, good. Let's get a player for scale. I think an important part of it is seeing kind of the edge of it, right? Maybe not. Maybe so. All right, that's cool looking. But it's going to look even better once we get the world environment added. Let's add a nice world environment. New environment. Background. A sky. Ooh. Sky. New sky. Sky material. Procedural, please. I'm fine with procedural. Top color. Deep blue. High saturation, low value. Horizon color. Similar. Sun, no sun. I don't want sun, actually. Why don't we turn off sun? That seems to do the trick. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. We got changes to make. Ground. Horizon color. Let's actually try and match this one here. And then bottom color. Keeping in mind it's gonna be like a deep valley of some kind. Let's soften that a lot. How are we gonna get the star field? We'll figure something out. Probably shaders. Okay, now let's mess with this. Actually, you know what? I'm interested. Godot shaders. Search for star sky. Starfield with. Oh wait, that's 2D. Although we could slap 2D up there. Stationary star box. Ooh, very pretty starry sky. Animated star field. Ooh, that's very nice. That is probably a bit much. That's just circles. But this has nice little unique points. Oh, should we just draw it? Or is that going to be like too big on the data side? I mean, you know what? We can just try some different things. This would be animated, which is cool. Animated is cool for what we want. We want a really good starry sky here. Double check the licensing. Where's our license? Where's the license? Okay, MIT. That's usable. We can do that. As long as we don't remove the comment. The comment about the licensing in the shader. Oh, it's not in here. Oh wait, is that... hereby granted free charge, dealing with software without restriction, copy, modify, merge, publish, and to permit persons to whom the software is furnished to do so, subject to the following conditions. All copies or substantial portions. Okay. Sure. We're gonna try it. Okay, make a new mesh with a new material. Oh wait, this has to be a unique mesh. Oop. Make unique material. Shader material. Let's plop this in and see what happens. Oh, see, that's not bad, huh? We'll need to tweak it a bit. As is, it's very flickery because some of the stars are very small. Yeah, it's the density, which is nice, but it's pretty cool. So let's just mess with some of these features here on the parameters. Hopefully it's parameterized. Density. Yeah, see, we can bring it like really low. So that's just flat up the scale of the whole thing. But you can still see there's a lot of flickering on the very small stars. Oh wait, does this have parallaxing? Hang on, let's really get in here. I'm not seeing any parallaxing going on with that, but I see a parameter. Oh, parascale. What does that imply? Oh wait, did that get rid of some of the smaller ones? I think so. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Each scale adds a smaller level of stars to it that individually twinkle. They got their own little glistening little. Oh, that is nice. That is really good. All right. Now, how are we going to make this Aurora work? Yeah, that starry sky is pretty fantastic. I kind of want to mess with... What else can we do here? We can do background color. We can't make it completely... Ooh. Oh, that's lovely. All right. So this will be the environment. We're gonna wrap this up and make this the environment that we can plop into other scenes within this chapter. All right, let's add a little ground here. Because we want to make sure this works with the proper camera angle. Oh, There is no light. There is no light in this scene. We need directional light. Ah, there we are. Let's see here. The light. The light. We can mess with the color of the light a little bit. Make it more of a bluish light, so everything in the scene gets a bit of a blue tint to it, which I like. Energy. Actually, you know what? Full energy is probably fine. I think the backdrop really carries it. Now this is, I love the parallax for it. Make the camera black and just move on. All right. Oops. Now this is going to be interesting to deal with the Z indexing of these. All right. Move the star field further back. Cool. Yeah, now when you start getting really far out, you can still see this, so we probably want to scale this up further. Ooh, that is a bright star. Ooh, too bright. Hold on. Star size. Let's make those a little bit smaller. I like it so far. Obviously the aurora is a bit much. What can we, let's see here. What can we do with this aurora here? Well, you don't want to actually see the bottom of it. Not the bottom of the material, at least. That's almost good. I think it's just like too dense. What's our other options we can, what are the emission strengths? Ah, there we go. Oh, subtle is good. Subtle is good. Okay, hang on. This is kind of coming together. It's huge. It's covering the entire sky. Don't worry about it. Go big or go home, right? Okay, I wanted, never mind. This isn't about you anymore. This is about what I wanted here. What I wanted. And the stars fade the closer they get to the ground. That might be a good way to do it. Kind of a little gradient. I really like that there's a parallax depth to this. That's absolutely magical. Okay. I would really like it if we could have... Okay, there's an item here for sampled color. Okay, if you want the colors to change, add a uniform sampler color to the color gradient. As a parameter. Okay, that makes sense. Add a parameter. That's easy. Expected data type vec4. No, wait, no. Color gradient. Is color gradient the type? Color gradient is lag. I don't know who's spreading these harmful rumors these days. Welcome in. You'll be happy to know that I haven't had to open Blender anytime recently. I can't harm anyone as long as I keep it closed. Yeah, I get it. Let's see here. Sampler 2D. Color gradient. Uniform. Oh, capital D. There, that was the problem. Okay. Yeah. We're going artsy. Okay, and then we want to paste all of this. Place lines 82 to 84. Except it's not going to be 82 to 84 anymore, is it? Yeah. Okay, just insert this here. This becomes color gradient. Okay, cool. The Navy. Where's my color gradient parameter? Didn't I make that a parameter? Uniform. Sampler 2D. Where is it? Eh? Oh, maybe, no? Oh, okay, I see. Got away from me there. Make this a gradient texture. And now, let's go ahead and relaunch so that we can see these changes live. So right now we got white. Great. But now with this new parameter, we should be able to add some. Oh, nice! It does all the colors that we want, so we don't have to add any. We don't have to add any parameterization for that. Oh, chat. I do believe we've only gone and done it. I know! Oh, that's so good. All right, let me change this one to be more of a bluish. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Okay. Now hang on. I want this to actually be pretty distant. Like I'm actually moving this in 3D space. Because we're gonna add some nice backdrop. I don't know exactly how we're gonna implement it. Well, now we've gone and messed it all up, so that's cool. Oh, we really messed it all up, didn't we? Hang on. All right, hold on. Let's mess with some parameters again. I really want to get this really good. Oh, okay. Yep. So that's more of the spikiness. No, something in the wave? In the noise? What if I mess with the frequency? Ah, there we go. It's the noise frequency. Yep. I like that more. I do like that more. Oh, the parallax really sells it. Oh, that's so good. Okay, move up a bit more. Oh, that's really good. This could be recycled for a pretty nice sunbeam effect in Chapter 2, because I'm doing something really stupid currently. Over the UI, oh my gosh, you're a madman. There is something that now goes over the UI, and it's really silly. But that's in Chapter 3. Oh, I'd have to do some really silly stuff to make it go, because the UI is supposed to be on top of the world, and then the world's supposed to then knock your socks off. Okay, let's add some backdrop. I mean, this is the far background. Let's add some middle ground here. Middle backdrop. Oh, this is just gorgeous. This is just gorgeous right here. I need a snowy mountain. Now, I happen to have a silly little snowy mountain that I made as a distant backdrop. Okay, we will need to scale this down because we want it to appear distant. Okay. Wow, look, it's Mount Celeste. I mean, obviously that looks terrible. Now I'm trying to see, like, if I tilt it, if I tilt the whole thing back, do we get some goofy perspective stuff going on where it's like, wow, it's such a tall. No, it's just disorienting. Yeah, we just add more mountain. Let me make it actually bigger. Because I don't want you to see the ugly cutoff at the bottom of it. Uh-huh. Bigger towards the top. Wouldn't they get smaller to appear taller?
Oh, look. It's Dobbs. Hey Dobbs, what is your favorite song sung by a slug? Chat, you answer too.
Turtle's all about slugs now, by the way, guys. I don't know if you guys knew. He's turning over a new leaf. Okay. All right. This is pretty nice. It's silly. It's abstract. It's abstract. I think what we want to do is mess with the color a little bit. So we're gonna make unique. I want to make it more blue. I want to make it bluer. So let's relaunch now that we have a different material. Bigger at the top. That's super weird. For anybody who didn't know, today was the release of the this is the 5-year anniversary podcast. Well, no, I guess this is the 4-year anniversary podcast, in that it's been 5 years since we started the podcast. For anyone who didn't know, I'm part of a podcast. It's called the DreamWorks Dummies, where we watch DreamWorks movies and then we just don't. I try not to talk about them because I don't really care. Waka waka, who isn't? So, I say that this marks 5 years of doing this podcast. I say that truthfully. However, we only release them on April 1st each year. And great, cool. Isn't that cool? I'm not even gonna post a link. I just care about it that little. Okay. Let's see here. Whoops, 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 whoops. This is the one we're messing with. I like it more blue. I like it not that blue. I like everything having a very consistent scheme. It is on GermDove's channel. GermDove has almost 25,000 subscribers, which is ridiculous. How did that happen? When did that happen? I guess when you really push, it's just, yeah, that's what happens. That's a pretty major milestone. That's a 40th of a million. Let's see here. Did he actually? Yep, there it is. Okay. I'll grab your stupid link. There you go. There you go. It's a real podcast, sort of. If you ever feel like, just sitting down and watching a podcast, this is the podcast. It's not. There's 5 episodes of it, period. Honestly, if you just watch GermDove's shorts, he put effort into editing them for maximum short attention span accessibility. Love watching a good podcast. Okay, I'm going to copy this material, and we're going to use this one across the board here. I like it. I like the blue. Honestly, I kind of want it to be less. I want it to blend into the background a bit more, like the whole lot of it. Now, we could do that with materials, and I think we will, actually, yeah. But I'll have to do the snow cap as well with materials. So my idea here, my silly Billy idea here, You do that, except not quite that. But yeah, I'd really try to get more and more towards that value. Yeah. You know how, like, in the dark, you're not going to see the mountains as well, except for the areas that contrast a lot. Like, if they're distant mountains, you're just not going to see them as well. I don't want it to be exactly the sky color, but I want it to be pretty darn close, where it's mostly, like, the fact that there are no stars visible is what really makes it like, oh yeah, that's mountain range back there. The entire podcast is just a dream I had. I had some weird dream a while back that I told Dupu in his chat. He was like, what? No Japanese flags were mentioned during... Every year there's something just wildly upsetting that we find in each movie. It's a thing. Okay, let's take this. Make unique, and copy it to this. Paste it. Albedo. Make it darker. Oh, but it's not gonna show yet. Well, yeah. I mean, it's definitely gonna be complete nonsense. That's the fun of it, probably. Yeah, that's good. Kind of really dark. No, it's like the least interesting thing you can talk about. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, what if? All right, this is a really. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work because it is a separate. Yeah. Okay. I like it. I like it this way. It blends into the background a lot better because it is the background. That's kind of an important bit. Little stars poking out from behind the mountains. I like that. I don't think we can go... Well, maybe we can go denser on the stars without increasing the layers of stars. Pixelate count. Density, double it. Oh, nope. See, we get the little brrr, and I don't want that. I don't want that. Star size though. Huh. Oh, well, That's too many stars. It's too many stars. Almost. It's almost like I wish we didn't have the biggest stars. And there's still a little brrr going on there. So it's like almost... Yeah, there's just some tiny... There's some tiny stars that we just can't quite shake. That's probably not good. Oh man. Everyone dreams of that every night, probably. I don't remember what the last dream of any interest I had was. I feel like we want the fuller Starfield. I guess this is okay-ish. Background color can't be transparent. All right, here's an idea. All right, I don't know if this is gonna work. Can I make a second layer of star? Ooh, not without melting everything that we love. Okay, can I make a second layer of stars? Make unique, which means I do need to relaunch. I need that resource to be available. Okay, second layer of stars. But what if lower transparency? It doesn't respect transparency, does it? No, it does not. Okay, well then forget that. No, okay. Does have to be a square plane. Noted. I don't think it's worth Googling your own dreams. How about this? How about this? How about we really kick these stars up? No, do not. Star speed. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, this could be nice. Like the... Oh, that is... You get the parallax a lot more, which is really good. Star wave. Oh. No, I don't think I want that. Hello! Welcome in, Raiders. How's it going? Manisha, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How is everybody doing tonight? Hope you had a good stream. For everyone who's here for the first time, hello, my name is Dobbs. I'm a hobbyist game developer. I'm making a paper-like game. You guys remember the good Paper Marios back from like the mid 2000s? Because Nintendo stopped making those. So we're gonna do it. I'm one of those 30-somethings who has strong opinions about the direction of the Paper Mario series. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. I really appreciate it. This is my project, Paper Robot. Been in development for almost 2 years now, with about 2 more years to go. It's a fun little romp with all kinds of fun little characters. There's pigs. There's industrial yards, because I am really weirdly interested in just the aesthetics of industrial yards. Oh yeah, we got a full demo. It includes the entirety of the prologue and Chapter 1. I am hoping to get a new version of the demo out maybe late spring, early summer, just to add some systems that weren't completed when the original demo came out, specifically fast travel. Fast travel system is not necessary up to Chapter 1 because you're not going to be doing much backtracking, but I think it's handy for just running around and exploring. But yeah. I'm just, we've been working on, me and chat, working on Chapter 4 for the first time. Classic Mario red. Luigi Mario green. Those are some good Marios. Those are good Marios, Al. Mario. Yeah, we got little hub cities in scrap yard kind of stuff, and there's a big old bear. Top five Minecraft beds. Number 1, lime green bed. Oh, thank you. That was from back when I barely understood Blender. And I'm much better at Blender now. Not great at it, but we got fun little characters to talk to. These characters are Clyde and Dale. So if you like that kind of humor, you'll probably enjoy this game. So Manisha, what are you working on? I want to know about your game some. I think it's really fun. I've jumped between categories on Twitch a few times. Predominantly, I spent a very long time as a Mario Maker 2 streamer before branching out into other games. And you've seen Garten of Banban. And every Twitch category community has its own little quirks. And the thing I really like about the game dev community is that when you jump into if you get a raid from a game dev streamer, they are working on something completely different, which is always really fun. A Greek myth puzzle game called Sophia's Path, a puzzle game. You don't see a lot of people working on puzzle games, and I think a lot of that is because puzzle games are ridiculously complex to build, in my opinion. I mean, anything beyond like a Sokoban? What would you call that? I don't even know. A bit torturous, yeah. What are you building in? Unity, Godot, Unreal, custom engine. I've done a few games on custom engines, and it's got good things and bad things. Let's get back here. Unity. I did some Unity ages ago. It feels like. I guess it was like 2 years ago. It was when the Suika game craze was big, and I was watching some of my friends play it. I was like, this is nothing. There's so much more they could do with this game. You know what? I'm gonna do more with this game, and so I built I built my own take on Suika game, adding different gimmicks and very, very dumb stuff. It was fun. It was a fun project. But yeah, that project took me like, I don't know, like a couple months for the first playable release, and then I just kept adding levels after that. This project is going to be a full 4 years, which is ridiculous. On the topic of puzzle games, I've been playing a little bit of Baba Is You outside of stream. You can't stream that. You can't stream Baba Is You. And holy cow, those are some really clever puzzles. And it's a very good twist on just like, okay, push block puzzle. The classic Sokoban? I'm gonna pronounce that 5 more different ways. Baba. It just does so much with it by just that one little hitch of, okay, what if you can push the rules around and change that? It's like that, boom, instantly amazing. Like you get a few puzzles in, you're like, oh no, I'm not smart enough for this. Yeah, I've never been good at puzzle games, in my opinion. Oh, that purple star is so pretty. Oh, I'm just enjoying this background, but I feel like it's not quite what I want. This is really annoying. What do I want? I mean, maybe we can just mess with the parameters a bit more and get something good, but I'm not convinced. See, this messes with kind of not the density exactly. It needs stuff closer. I feel like I want it to parallax, kind of in the way that the Aurora does. Pixelate enabled? What does that do? Oh no, we don't want that. Oh, no. Yeah, it really does. It feels very flat. It feels very flat against the backdrop. If I move it back further, that will help. No, it just doesn't feel dense. I'm really tempted, and I shouldn't be, but I'm somewhat tempted to make my own version of this shader and edit it. We really don't want to spend too much time editing shaders tonight. Tonight's main thing is just kind of getting the general backdrop for Chapter 4 exterior areas out. For anyone who didn't pick up on it, Chapter 4 is going to be very Snowy Mountain themed. So nice big Snowy Mountain backdrop, Aurora, starry sky. Oh, it's great. What does this do? What does this do? Oh. How about that? That's what people want, right? They want big pixely stars, big calculated pixel stars. Oh, that's the twinkle speed. Okay, that's what the twinkle is. Yeah, we'll tweak the Aurora some more. I really want to figure out the star density. No, I get, yeah. Almost feels like they're, I don't know. Yeah, it's good, but it could be better. Right. Star wave, we do not really want. Yeah, the colors really took it up a notch. They're still in there, but they're just kind of harder to see, I think. I feel like I want more purple. I want more purple. I could probably edit that in right now. Oh, I wonder if it's because purple's at the end of the gradient. See if that gives me a bit more purple. Oh, there's a little bit more purple. There's a little bit more purple. I get a little more green. Some more green and purple. All right, stars. Let's get some beautiful, beautiful stars. Layer parascale. I need to look up this. Okay. Comment this if you don't want to use Star Twinkle. If you do want to keep it, I suggest you set the sky process mode to high quality, incremental, or real time. Star twinkling may impact performance. Okay, we might not want to use. Might not want to use that then. Okay, what else we got? No other comments in here, huh? Inspired by this shader. All right, let's take a look at the shader that inspired this one. Oh. That's interesting that inspired him, because that's very little of what this does. Oh, Iceburn Circuit Class A. Okay, I want more layers. Like, as it stands now, there's very little parallax going on, it feels like. You can kind of see it if I like really ramp this up, but that's like only 3 layers. I do not want to be individually rendering 1,000 stars. Unless... Oh, forest. Oh, that's a good idea. What do we feel about particle effects for stars? Okay, so hang on. Let me see if I can get the sky color a little bit darker. Procedural sky. That looks a lot better. Okay, cool. All right, we can put this back in here. It's fine, but I am getting rid of it. We are going to try particle effect for stars. This is probably a terrible idea. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. We're going to find out. Okay, first off, it does not need to be centered on the player, obviously. Put it way back in the back. We're going to use... I got a little 4-point star thing, and we can actually combine this with multiple stars here. Multiple things. All right, make it stars. Can you see it? Can you see it up there in the sky? I don't actually see it yet. We're gonna relaunch. Relaunch it from the top. There it is. There's our stars back there. You see them? They're beautiful. Transparency. Alpha. Billboard. Yes. Particle billboard. Face C. Oh, there we go. We got a little star. Shading. Unshaded. So that we can set them to whatever color we want. Keep scale on. Vertex color uses albedo. And now let's jump over to the particle process. Spawn position. Okay. Make it a box. Extending 200 meters left to right. And 50 meters? I don't know. Let's see. Let's really get it going here. Ooh. What about 8,000? You would not believe your eyes. Isn't getting great critic reviews. Wait. What? Stars. Dun, 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 dun. All right, display. We're going to mess with our alpha curve. Alpha curve. Critics don't love Mario movie. I don't believe it. Where is my alpha curve? Let me see. Yeah, restart. Okay, good. I mean, we still don't really want gravity per se. Not like this. Not like this. I do want to have distance in the z-axis. Like, I really want this to parallelize a lot. I want us to have closer stars and distant background stars. Bump that up so I can see better. Wow. I mean, that's magical, but it's like ridiculous. Unless... Okay, I'm noticing... Oh yeah, there is another mountain over there. They got her. They got Mac. They got her interested. Hey, this isn't bad. I think we want this to be higher up, maybe? Because a lot of these are spawning way too low. Whoop, that's spawning way too high. Okay, I think that's pretty good. The fall speed. Too fast. I don't want actual acceleration with gravity. Oh. Ooh, hang on. Okay, that's a little too twinkly. Let's make it like slow down. All right, there's more depth to this now, which is good. An Earthbound movie, I don't think that's doable. I like the significant amounts of twinkling in and out. Next up, we need the spawn. Angle? Okay, yeah, that gives us some different twists to this. Each one's rotated randomly. Velocity. No. Angular velocity, what would this do? Not seeing anything. Oh, wait, I am seeing some twist. I'm seeing some spinning of the stars. That's good. It's a bunch of stupid nerds. There we go. Let's make it so they can go in either direction. Or maybe just clockwise. I think a variety of colors would be nice. So let's mess with our color initial ramp. White is good. Obviously, we do want plenty of white stars. But then also we can add all sorts of fun little colors. Some red stars. Is that going to change anything? Not seeing anything happening yet. Let me relaunch. Kirby. Kirby, only if we can get Danny DeVito to be Kirby. Then we'll talk. That's okay. We actually have some parallax now. I feel like it could be more parallax, but I'm worried about pushing it too much. We're not getting the awkward pixely mess that we were earlier with the shader version. Let's see here. So we can extend this even further with the spawn point, but we're really pushing it. Yeah, we got some very distant stars now. What do we think? What do we think? How are we feeling about this? Oops, I went too low, and now I'm not getting any stars up top. There we go. I think I do need to make that a little bit taller, the spawn box. Not significantly. It'll lower the density a bit, but that's not terrible. Okay, I think stars are good here. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Honestly, I dig it. I dig it. I like that the aurora fades in and out in different spots. And it gets different colors fading through. That's really cool. I think we've done like a lot with very few pieces. Only if they bring back Boshi from Mario RPG. Oh. Boshi was such a cool character. And he was never seen again. All right, there we go. Close out some tabs. Okay, trees. Trees. That's the sound he makes. And you could tell he was cool because he had sunglasses. I wonder, has anyone, I guess this is not super necessary, but has anyone bothered to try to completely replicate the original models of Super Mario RPG? Like, it was a very weird, cause yeah, like obviously there are no models in the game. It's a Super Nintendo game. There are no 3D models in the game. But like, they obviously used 3D models, and then they did the Donkey Kong thing. Yeah, it was a sprite sheet. They did what they did with Donkey Kong Country. They took a 3D model that was like a full, potentially very detailed model, and then pre-rendered it at certain animation keyframes and from certain camera angles. Now, they did it in different ways. In Donkey Kong Country, they had a very full fluid animation and one camera angle. In Mario RPG, they had like maybe 5 frames per party member? No, surely more than that. Surely more than that. But like the run animation for Mario is like 3 frames. Yeah, but 8 directions. So it was always an isometric top down. So like coming in from a 45-degree angle and then 8 rotations around that. And it wasn't perspective either. It wasn't perspective. It was full isometric. Yeah. And so it makes sense that they recycled the animations a lot, even when it didn't really make sense. But you know what? There was a lot of charm to the way that Mario RPG would just like have characters emote with very arbitrary animations at times. Yeah, it was so charming. I just really enjoyed playing. I played that game so much. I've mentioned before, I had like 5 Super Nintendo games growing up, and one of them was Tetris 2, so it doesn't even count. Yeah, yeah. It was so good. It was so good. That's tricky. Like, okay, hang on. I'm just pulling up an image I found on the internet. All right. Like, look at Bowser. Look at Bowser. He is made of spheres. His face is just a bunch of balls. Peach, on the other hand, has like a single awkward head shape. But like, most of these characters are just made of intersecting spheres. At least Yoshi has like a bit of texture to him. Ball face, hee. But it's like, that's not something. It really bugs me. You can't pull that out of the game. It's gone. Those models are gone. I don't know about the Donkey Kong Country models either, but there was like what's Yoshi? He was supposed to be in the game, wasn't he? He was supposed to be in the game. Like, I vaguely remember hearing about that, like, oh, he was going to be a party member and blah, 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 blah. Mac, that's on the Nintendo Switch. We're talking about Super Nintendo. I see it in your URL, Nintendo Switch. Try to pull a clever April Fool on me. Okay. Let's see about trees. The stars are growing on me. I like the way they look. A little forest would be quite nice. How little can we get away with? Ah. Okay, this is actually really good. I believe you mean Yoster's Isle. Yoster. Okay. So let's take a... I've got a little... Let's call it forest pine tree. Node 3D tree. I've got some pre-drawn sprites that I think will work pretty well for this. They are just flat sprites, no 3D model. There he is. And I think this actually will look pretty good in the background if we make some tweaks to the albedo here. Yeah, cool new character Gino. I'm so glad that they even referenced Mario RPG in Smash Brothers Ultimate. Yeah. Music in that was so good. What a great video game. What an epic video game. I don't want to go full... Oh, you know what? You know what we could do, though? Okay, let's take this and pick this color. Cool. Really like that it didn't reload. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Nice, nice. Okay, take the trunk. Less saturation. Really, really dark. Can't see it. Was Gino like a Luma? See, they could totally make that. Like, oh yeah, that's what he was. He was like a Luma. Don't worry about his name being weird. It's fine. There's a lot of star stuff. There was a Star Road, and then there's Rainbow Road, which is in the stars, and I don't even know what else. All right, to make a forest. Yeah, bring back Gino. Okay, that's obviously, you know, very rigid. So we're gonna kind of just mix it up a little bit. Offset things. Pretty good, pretty good. It's gonna be too much. Does it look the strongest? Anyway, Mario, you can be Gino now because you just bought the farm. You know what I realized? We don't need the trunk, do we? Like it's barely visible in there. That's gonna save us some resources. So let's just take the leaves here. For all of these. Oh dear. That didn't actually happen to the scene. That's just the loaded copy of it. If I reload the scene, everything's back to normal. But no trunks. But with half as many Sprite 3Ds. Okay, gotta keep in mind how long of an area are we gonna have here? Well, that was just part of the charm though, huh? That was good. It was a good game. Let's actually take this whole thing and scale up these trees a bit. Make them a little bit bigger overall. See if that helps fill things out a bit. Yeah, it's all right. It's a good game. Mario RPG. Let's separate these a bit so we've got a bit more parallax going on. Parallax is important, I feel. I'm going to select a random set of nodes here and adjust their Z position. Oh, that was not a super random set. Now that I'm looking at it, that was, unfortunately, fairly bad. Posey being silly. Classic Posey. What? Why would they do that? I mean, I guess I can understand. I can imagine some reasons of why they did it. Bruce Lee is canonically in the Mario universe. Someone please let him out. Alright. I think I just want to kind of shift more of these randomly around, but I think this is about the density I want to go for. This is really coming together. Okay, just a handful of these. Some of these, we're just going to bring them down a bit. Not terribly far. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. That's really pretty. Let me check real quick if we have any, No, I don't have the snowy mountain yet. Oh wait, maybe we do. Maybe we do. Let's see here. There is a tweak in progress for this one, but okay, okay. Let's crank it a little bit. It's just vibe. Just notice D is still here. The stream is streaming. You bet. What do you think? What do you think, Slav? You've hit the peak. Yeah, we put effort into it. I really, really like how this turned out. And this is just the background. Chapter 4 is gonna have a really, really what? I don't know what you're talking about, Slav. Don't worry about it. Chapter 4 is gonna have a really silly central plot going on. It's the ghost of the mountain. Yeah. A beast stalks these lands. Anyway, that was a little preview for you guys. A little music preview. 10 after. You know what? We're just gonna run a 2-minute ad real quick, just to get the ads off our back. No, 1 minute is enough, right? For 20. Yeah. All right, 1 minute ad. Go. Get out of here. Get the pre-rolls out of here for the last leg of stream. Yeah, that disables it for 25 minutes. That's the way to do it. Run the ads at the stream start. Run the ads at the 1 hour mark. And then just run a minute ad at the 2 hour mark. And that gets us through the whole stream. 2 actual ad breaks for the entire stream. That's reasonable. That's very reasonable. Ads. When will the ads be over? Gotta figure out where we're gonna go after this, because I think we're about to wrap up anyway. There we go. Welcome back from ads. I just didn't want any pre-rolls for the last bit of stream. Where's Photon? Does he not stream on Wednesdays? I thought he did. Oh well. Yeah, I saw Chip was on. Wait, did it just... Are you serious? I just noticed that the ad manager kicked off an ad anyway. I thought I was being so clever in circumventing it. It is getting... I mean, I'm actually making an effort to look ahead towards where we're going before stream ends this time. Which is silly because we actually have plenty of options now. As long as nobody abruptly ends stream. We got 2 very good options. We have 1 very good option for a raid target. Hello, GQ. Hope you are proud of yourself. You did the thing. This guy. Knew it. It's okay. You haven't altered my plans at all. We are building our first chapter 4 scene tonight. And you can see we actually made decent progress. This, I think, turned out pretty nice. It's very pretty. It's probably one of the prettiest things in the game so far. Oh, man. Now, as far as the actual ground goes, that's going to take some figuring out how we're going to do that. But we'll figure something good out for that. But I really like the little nighttime forest. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Thousand Year Door Chapter 4 was Twilight Town, which was a very pretty chapter in some places. And it had some of the worst, the absolute most egregious backtracking. It was awful. Snow. My concern with the snow, if we do that, it's doable. But I am somewhat concerned about like that the stars, it'll look like it's just bits of stars or something. I don't know, maybe it won't. let's see. Let's try it real quick. Speed run for snow. Here we go. Draw passes. It's a sphere. It's a very, very simple sphere. It's like the most simple sphere you can imagine. Yeah, it's just a white sphere. I do need to tell it to particle billboard and to keep scale. Process material, new process material. You can't see this. Particle process material needs to we want it to fall more slowly. The time on it, we want it to last like 10 seconds. No, we don't. We want it to last like 4 seconds. I think we can make it fall more slowly than that. You know what? Actually, we don't want it to have gravity at all. We want it to have a spawn velocity of down. Not mine. I got streamer mode on. Okay, this is going to be a little bit weird. What we really need is turbulence on. Ooh, I don't like that turbulence. Never mind. I mean, we kind of want like a little left to right turbulence, but it's fine. Spawn point, it's box 0, 20, 50. The snow is very tiny, so well, it's big right now, but it needs to be tiny. Scale. All right. Reload scene. Let's see. How does this turn out? See, that's what I don't want, is it falling right in front of the camera. Also, this is very much just... Turbulence would be good. I just need to make it less... I don't know all the things, all the little dials you can mess with on turbulence. Noise scale. 1, 0. Well, see, now it's just kind of floating there, right? Noise strength, 0. See, now they're not even... What does this do? According to its position. High performance cost. Good, good. Ah, there we go. Now it falls. Influence, doesn't really say what that does. I mean, it does appear that that's like the overall. I mean, it's okay. I'll give it serious consideration, but currently I don't feel great about it. Okay, so like right there. Yeah, see, that's
I don't want to see that. That's not good at all. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not good. It's way too much. I don't love it. Get rid of it for now. I'll consider snow, but if we do it, we're gonna do it right and not do it like that. That doesn't look good. We'll need to figure out how we're supposed to do it. Could always do it with a shader. But I don't know. I like the particle systems. They're really good. All right, we'll add some penguins to this place. It's gonna be great. Yeah, I think that's really good progress on chapter 4 for a start. Just getting that's what we do, is we just kind of get the feel of like what does a room look like in chapter 4. Backdrop looks amazing. Next stop is going to be, what's the actual ground look like? What's the world that we're running around in? We're gonna go on all the very traditional snowy mountain areas. You're gonna have your little snow path. We're gonna have mountain. We're gonna have icy caves. It's gonna be great. Hey, casual. Yeah, I pulled up the chapter 4 music preview. Oh, see, it fits really well. It's like, oh, I don't feel super safe out here, but it's beautiful. So that's what I was going for here. Now it finally looks like how I want it to look. At least the upper 2/3 of the screen. Okay. We need to raid. Chip is on. He's doing a 4-hour game challenge. His stream is currently 4 hours and 32 minutes in, so I don't know. Did he do it? We're gonna go in and find out. Thank you all for hanging out. Got some raids and follows. Next stream will be Friday. We're gonna work more on chapter 4 stuff. I really like how this turned out. That's so good. I kind of feel like I might need to add, just to make sure that you don't deal with this, just like a nice blob of darkness down here. Just in case, you know? I'll see something about that. I got some ideas how to do that, but I'll do it off stream. Everyone have a wonderful night. I will see you next time. I did not, but I am skeptical because of the date. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you around.